That's a view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge from the Shangri-La Hotel where we stayed in Sydney. Now, I've been lucky. I worked for Qantas for 32 years and I've been to Sydney many times before. I've taken a number of videos as well. So in this one, I'm going to look at some places that I haven't been before. Sydney has some fantastic public transport, including rail, light rail, which runs right through the central business district, and there's a new metro system, still under construction, but many stations are now open. Today it's a trip on a ferry from Circular Quay to Watson's Bay. It takes about 20 minutes, and as you leave Circular Quay you get a good view of the iconic Sydney Opera House. Building work started in 1959 on what was a tram depot, and the Opera House opened in 1973. On the way to Watson's Bay, the ferry stops at Rose Bay. From 1938, seaplane flights to and from London began and terminated in Sydney Harbour on Rose Bay, making it Sydney's first international airport. Watson's Bay is mostly residential, with some recreational areas and beaches. It has parks and the famous Doyle's Fish Restaurant, which is right by the pier. There are some tasty fish and chips here too. Good views of the ocean from the cliff tops. Heading back now for an evening in Sydney. This morning, a trip on the light rail down the busy George Street.
This stop is QVB, a light for Darling Harbour and Pitt Street Mall.
This is the Queen Victoria Building, QVB, a 5-level shopping centre. Now, I've been to Darling Harbour before, and this is the Piermont Swing Bridge, which is pedestrianised. I'm not sure if it swings anymore. I'm going to Wildlife Sydney, where I've never been before, to look at some native animals. Now, as with most places of this type, the animals turn away as soon as they see a camera. There are a lot of animals here, reptiles, platypus. In fact, most wildlife from Australia is represented here. This is a Tasmanian devil, once seen all over Australia, but now confined to the island of Tasmania. There's not much walking or jumping from the kangaroos here. They're enjoying a snooze in the sunshine. Now this wombat looks cuddly, but it's got sharp claws. The freshwater crocodile is found in northern Australia in streams, rivers and billabongs. No need to tell you about the koalas. This is a relatively new area. It used to be known as Cockle Bay, but it was named in 2017 as Barangaroo. There are waterside walks and plenty of restaurants. I'm taking the ferry from Barangaroo just around the corner to Circular Quay. This short ferry ride gives you a close-up view of Sydney Harbour Bridge. Today it's a train trip out of Sydney from Central Station. The destination is Woy Woy.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
The train passes the scenic Hawkesbury River. Woy Woy is a coastal town in the Central Coast region of New South Wales. The town is located on the southern reaches of Brisbane Water. It's about 64 kilometres from Sydney. A final look at Sydney before heading back to London. I hope you've enjoyed this video and will subscribe so you can see some more. Please share your thoughts in the comments below and I'll see you next time.